Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now in today's episode, we're going to be doing the viewer donations for the month of June, or at least the packages that I've received over the course of the past couple months. And like I always try to say at the beginning of these videos, I want to give a huge thank you to everybody who has donated a package to me at some point, because your donations absolutely help me to keep having things to make videos about. And this time around I've got 3 packages, one of which was completely unexpected, and we're going to start out with that one right here. We've also got 2 other packages that we're going to be diving into later on in this video. So this one right here, like I said, was unexpected. This comes to me from Geekenspiel. Now you may recognize that name if you saw my vintage PC case sticker replicas video, and we took a look at these very unique recreations of retro PC case stickers that are currently being sold on eBay by a seller who goes by Geekenspiel. And it turns out that that video got a lot of you guys interested in buying those stickers, and there was a huge influx of traffic on his eBay store, and he actually reached out to me right when that video went out and said, you know, thank you so much for doing that. And, you know, he said that his sales were up, which was awesome. So it's great to see that you guys liked what he was selling. And then like a week or so later, this shows up at my PO box and it has Geekenspiel on it. I think it's got right here. Yep, Geekenspiel right there. And I was like, what on earth is this? Like, I didn't ask for this. I wasn't expecting anything from him. I mean, I actually bought the stickers in that video. I had no contact with him until he reached out to me. But he sent this out, and he sent this letter that says, "Hi Michael, wanted to get this to you sooner, but I'm just now recovering from the great Michael MJD subscriber wave of 2021. Anyway, this is not every design I sell, but rather a greatest hits, so to speak. Hopefully you will find use for these on some of your future projects. Thanks again for the great review. I'm enjoying your channel immensely. Steve, aka Geekenspiel." And I looked in this package and I was like, oh my gosh, he sent over, look at how many of these stickers he sent over. And this isn't even all he sells, as he said. I just want to thank you so much, Steve, for sending this out. I mean, this is really, really awesome. And he's got some very unique designs here. And some of these, like this one here, you can see it's kind of raised here. This is one of those stickers that, you know, it's not flat like the Windows ones. So I thought these were super cool. And he's also got, like, you see, you got Cyberdyne, you got some 286 and a 386 stickers right there. Here's like a bunch of Intel ones. You've got all of his Y2K stuff. And what was nice is, you know, you can see he like separated all this by type. So all these stickers here are his Y2K related ones, or most of them at least. Like I said in the letter, he didn't send out all of the stickers he has, but not that I was expecting him to do any of this. So here you've got this pretty neat one, Y2K compliant, certified, bug free. This computer is guaranteed Y2K ready. I'm A-OK. You've got Y2K compliant. You've got the original Best Buy sticker, or a recreation of it. And then here's the 2038 sticker. So yeah, there you go. I'm curious at the Windows ones here. Let's see all of the, you know, or what he's put in here. Oh wow, that's like the Windows 3.1 logo font, I'm pretty sure. Here's a white one that says, you know, designed for Windows 10, as opposed to that metallic-y silver one. Windows Me 95, Windows 10. You got another Microsoft Windows 10. This is just designed for Microsoft Windows with that old font there. Windows 2000 Pro. Microsoft Windows, but in white. You've got 98, Windows NT in 95, just Windows 95, MS-DOS, Microsoft Windows, Windows Ready to Run. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm never going to run out of Windows stickers now. Got a couple 3DFX ones right here, which is super awesome. Voodoo Graphics. I mean, these are just, and look at all these, even more 3DFX ones. You know, these are the flat ones. These right here are raised, like the Cyberdyne one over here. You got HAL. So yeah, this is just really, really awesome. And I got to give a huge thank you to Geekenspiel once again for being so generous and willing to send all these out to me. Just as like a thank you. And I am really glad that his store is getting attention, because he's got some really cool stuff. And if you guys missed the original video, yeah, you can buy these reproduction case stickers from his eBay store, and I will have it linked down below. And they are pretty inexpensive. They're like a couple dollars each, and because these can be put in an envelope, the shipping is pretty cheap as well. I think I paid like 50 cents. These will definitely make a reappearance at some point as I acquire new systems that may not have the PCK stickers on them. So yeah, there you go. We'll set that one aside. Now our second package here comes from Rodney. And Rodney offered to send over a few discs that contain Microsoft software. And I actually had never seen one of the things in here before. Actually, two of the things in here before. And there we go. We'll pull these on out of here. And we'll take a look at what we got. Which I already know what it is. But yeah, so here you go. That's everything in the box. Or in the packaging, rather. So check this out. Windows Vista Beta 2 Customer Preview Program. So this right here is a beta disc for Windows Vista Beta 2. And you can see right here it contains both the 32 and 64-bit DVDs, so that's great with a product key for both of them. So let's open it up and see what it's all about. So the exact build number is not listed on the DVD anywhere. And there you have it, guys. You've got the 32-bit CD on the left and the 64-bit one on the right. These may look familiar to you. I believe David out in Virginia Beach, who sent over 2 packages worth of beta software late last year, I believe he sent over some of these as well. I'm not sure if it was beta 2 though, but still, this is awesome because I've got the packaging here. Now, I would assume that these are the final beta 2 or the final beta 2 build, because obviously there were many Windows Vista builds that were beta 2 builds, but this is likely the last one that they created. But we could obviously verify that if we wanted to by booting it up and, you know, running WinVer. Next up, we've got something I've been really wanting to cover on this channel for a while, and that is Windows XP Professional x64 edition. But what's interesting about this is a pre-release version of Windows XP Professional x64 edition. This is an evaluation kit. If we flip it over to the back here, you can see it's marked with a 2004 copyright date, 1985-2004. Experience the power. Microsoft Windows XP Professional x64 edition is designed to address the most demanding needs of technical workstation users who require large amounts of memory and floating point performance. You got these system requirements listed there at the bottom right, and here is what the disk itself looks like. And what's interesting is this has a 360-day limit on use, a 360-day evaluation period. That's almost a year, which is pretty awesome. So you could try this out for a year, and I definitely want to install this, and I want to acquire the final release of this and do a comparison between this and Windows XP 64-bit, because they are different. I've mentioned that a couple times on this channel. We also have a copy of Ability Office, which is a Office suite that I actually had not heard of before. I've not used this myself, but this is Ability Office 98, which would be interesting to check out, maybe do like a comparison to this and Microsoft Office. That is another video possibility right there. We'll set that one aside. And last but not least is this Microsoft Ready to Launch kit featuring Visual Studio 2005 Standard Edition, Microsoft SQL Server 2005, and Microsoft BizTalk Server 2006. So yeah, let's just open this up here and see what this is all about. Oh, and this is pretty interesting. So we've got these oh, that's really neat. I feel like I've seen these somewhere before. So you've got Visual Studio 2005 Standard Edition, Disc 1, not for resale. Disc 2 over here. We've got SQL Server. This is just one disc here. And then this right here, I'm just covering up some product keys here, says MSDN Library. And yeah, huge thank you to Rodney once again for sending all this stuff out. And as I always say, guys, if you want to see any of this in a dedicated video, which I'm sure, especially for these two, I'm sure the answer is yes. But if you want to see any of what I've showcased so far in a future video, be sure to let me know. We're going to set this aside. And yeah, huge thanks to Rodney once again. Now, to take a look at the next package, I'm going to have to change the camera setup because we got a pretty large package in the studio, and let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, everybody. So this is the third package we have to unbox, and we're going to be spending a fair amount of time on this one because you can see, well, you probably can't see, but this thing's pretty massive. This is a U-Haul medium box. You can see the dimensions of it right there. Hello everybody and welcome back to the table. No, this is not a new video, but it kind of feels like it for me because I am recording this segment a couple days after I recorded that one. So what ended up happening is, in typical MJD fashion, something went wrong with this video, though it didn't happen on camera. So the clip you saw before of that large package, yeah, that video file got corrupted somehow, which was really exciting. So we are here back on the table, and we're going to be re-recording this segment, though I've already taken everything out of the box, so that's why we've got all this stuff here. So this package comes to me from Case. And Case originally reached out to me over on Twitter and said that he had a couple of laptops that he wanted to send over my way. One of those is a Windows 98 machine, a Toshiba, I believe it's a satellite Windows 98 machine. And the other one is an Alienware machine. So I was really excited. I was like, that's awesome. And he sent those over to me. He also sent over all of this stuff, which was kind of unexpected. There's a ton of software in here, a lot of floppy diskettes. We have a lot of CDs. All sorts of great stuff that we're going to dive into right now. First up, I've got, this actually is nothing, so something used to be in here, but this right here is a software licensing agreement for the Quick and Easy Federal Jobs Kit, which is in here, but I think that I must have taken these out of here and just didn't put them back in. Oh yes, because these were floppy diskettes, and I put all the floppy diskettes back in this box, because during shipping, a lot of stuff got moved around, and this box, which had floppy diskettes in it, actually opened up, and there were floppy disks all inside of that large package, so I just put them all back in here when I finished unboxing. So let's just start going through what we've got here. So first up is a PCM-CIA card, and yeah, this is a fax/modem card, and you know, this likely went with that Windows 98 machine actually, so we'll set that one aside. Over here, we're going to start diving into these floppy diskettes. We've got, there were a lot of driver diskettes in here, and actually some of those HP printer diskettes, which seem to be showing up a lot. But this right here is TDK Voice View Talk Shop. This actually isn't a driver, I don't think, but it's for Windows 3.1 or Windows 95. We also have a couple of zip disks, which I've not seen some of these in a while. I do own a zip drive, and I have I think 15 or 20 Zip 100 disks, and both of these are Zip Tools disks, which contain the software for you to use with your zip drive. Right here, and this is pretty cool, so you got another one of these little pamphlets, kind of envelope type thing, that's got a Microsoft license agreement on the front here. What is this, you may ask? This is a copy of MS-DOS 5 on 5¼ diskettes. And this is a Unitron OEM. So yeah, right here you've got 5 MS-DOS 5 diskettes. These are obviously low density 360K, as it says right there on the front. So yeah, these will absolutely come in handy, possibly actually for a future video project, a very large video project that I'm working on that involves an old computer that has 2 5¼ drives. I will let you guys try and figure out what machine you think it is. At least one of you watching knows, because you actually sent the machine out to me. But yeah, it's a project that I'm really excited about, but it is taking a lot longer than anticipated to get the video done. But it is in the works. It's a vintage computer from the 80s. That's all I will say for now. And next up, we're going to dive into this box of floppy diskettes. I figured it'd be appropriate to start with these before the CDs, since, well, the floppies came before the CDs, right? And when I finished recording that now corrupted segment of this video, I went back and, because like I said, this box had gotten opened up and the floppy diskettes have, you know, they were scattered around the box. Well, I sorted these by, you know, so it's like each one of these is a set here of a particular program. So we're going to go through these, and I'll just show you what we have. And you can probably guess from this Microsoft registration card that there is at least one Windows or MS-DOS set in here, which there is. So you open it up here, and you've got their list of, you know, divisions in all these countries here. So it's sorted out by region. So here's North America, you got Latin America, Mediterranean, Middle East, Near East, and you open it up, and here is the registration card itself. It's this little one here, and up here it says, discover a world of possibilities on the Microsoft Worldwide website. So this is definitely from the 90s. In fact, here's the copyright date right down here. So this is a later version of their registration card. Here's one of their older ones here. You can see how much larger it is. So there's a size comparison here, and this one is from a copy of Windows 95, and this was back when it said, want the address of the most important person at Microsoft on the front, and it's a joke, because when you open it up, it says, so do we. Oh, that's exciting. That just fell for it. It says, so do we, you know, because you're the customer, you're their most important partner, yada, yada, yada. Okay, and you could win a free trip to Hawaii or Florida. Isn't that exciting? And yeah, so this one you had, you know, this is the US and Canadian cards. You would, you know, wherever you were living, you would mail that one in. And does this have, Yes, see, back then they paid for postage. This one here, you had to put your own postage on it, so they cheaped out on the newer ones here, which, I mean, you can't blame them. I mean, back in the 90s, cash was really tight for Microsoft. I mean, they were really struggling there. It's a miracle that they came back. Yeah, I'm gonna get that one guy who actually thinks I'm being serious there in the comments. But, okay, so we're gonna start out with this set of diskettes right here. macOS 7.6, this is Apple software, if you couldn't tell from the Apple logo up there. This is macOS 7.6 Disk Tools 1. I believe this is, I'm not going to open these up, but I'm pretty sure this one here says Disk Tools 2. Yeah, so it's macOS 7.6 Disk Tools, Disk 1 and Disk 2. And these will remain in this little package until I have a use for them, which I don't really think I have a use for them at the moment. But yeah, this is interesting because I'm pretty sure this is the only Apple Mac software in this package, because, you know, he sent me 2 Windows computers and most of it is Windows software. So this was pretty neat to see in there. So we'll set that one aside. And we also have, I guess we'll just start on the left side here. So I think most of these over here are just single diskettes. So like right here is the zip software that you would actually use to install the drivers and everything for your zip drive. Next up, we have another sealed diskette right here. This one says Fujifilm FDA1 floppy disk adapter. Now, I assume this is a driver diskette, which, like I said, there's a lot of those in here. And this product is quite interesting, actually. This is a adapter. It would allow you to take a smart media card, which looks like this, and put it into your floppy disk drive through this adapter, which is the size of a floppy diskette. Next up, you're not going to believe it, it's an HP printer driver diskette. This is for the HP LaserJet 6L. Pretty self-explanatory, we'll set that one aside. And next up, we have another sealed one. Oh, this is another one of these. I think is this the same one? I think it is. Oh, yeah. See, this says for Windows 95 IBM PCAT, and this says for Windows 95 NEC PC98. Okay. And yeah, all of this is really like assorted software, though we are going to get into some sets momentarily here. Like you see over here, we've got, you know, these sets of diskettes, but a lot of these are just standalone diskettes. So we took out this stack here. So right on the top, we got a copy of PC DVD Encore DXR2, Creative PC DVD Encore installation disc. So this is from Creative. Phoenix PCM Plus PCMCIA driver version 3.11. Got some Sound Blaster diskettes right here, the driver disc and the plug-and-play configuration manager discs. We've got TDK Data Voice 3400 TDK modem PC card software. Western Digital hard drive, Easy Drive version 9.03W hard drive installation utility from Western Digital. Next up, we have one of these really generic, it just says mouse setup disc. Don't you love these? I've gotten a couple diskettes like these before, though there is this URL here, sakarhelp.com for the latest downloadable drivers. We've got some Dell software here, OEM enhanced mouseware, 8.02a, disc 1 of 2, disc 2 of 2 right here. We've got some US robotics. These are actually identical diskettes right here, and there's nothing on the diskettes that say like disc 1 of 2, so these are just exactly the same. So we'll just set those aside, but you know, I just kept them together here. Another HP LaserJet 6L. Is this exactly the same as this one here? Let me just check, because now I'm curious. Oh no, these are the drivers. This is the printing software. So you've got disc 1, though you have disc 1, but we don't have any of the other discs. Here, though, you have, or wait a second. Oh, we do. Yeah, disc 1, 2, and 3 for the HP LaserJet 6L printing software. So I'm going to put these with this one here. And this here is HP LaserJet 6L DOS utilities, disc 1. And this is another case of, is this disc 1, is this the only diskette? Or is this disc 1 of, like, 2 or disc 1 of 3 like we have here? They don't say disc 1 of, it just says disc 1. I kind of wish they would put disc 1 of whatever, even if it's just 1 of 1, just so we know. Or if it is just 1, don't put anything on it like this one here, so we know. Yeah, some manufacturers would not do that. But anyway, so we'll set those aside. And here is that quick and easy federal jobs kit, though. Wait a second, where's, hang on. Oh yeah, disc 3 got separated, I guess, from the rest. That's interesting. So you're kind of getting a sneak peek at what else we have here. But okay, so quick and easy federal jobs kit. These, I'm just going to actually put these back in here right now. So that's what this goes to. So this here, you can probably tell from the name, has to do with federal jobs. Now this isn't like government software or anything to my understanding. I was able to find this article from CNET, which talks about what appears to be a newer version of this. You can see right there, this picture is very, very blurry, but it says Federal Jobs Kit, everything you need to get a federal job. So yeah, that is pretty interesting. We'll set this aside and we'll move on to Laplink for Windows 95. This, I believe, is a set here. Yeah, we've got 4 diskettes. Now, is this the last one? I don't know. It doesn't say disk 4 of 4 or disk 4 of 6 or 4 of whatever. Now, we've got Franklin Day Planner. Now, we have a copy of this on CD as well. And this says disk 1 of 5. So we know that there are 5 diskettes. So we have the entire set here, which is nice. So thanks to Franklin Quest for you know, doing that, because that just makes my life a little bit easier. And although they don't do it here, what is this? They do it on this set here, but this is Ascend version 5.0 from them. This goes with Ascend 97. You can see up there at the top left. Yeah, oh, and here's Laplink. See, Laplink disk 5. I was missing one. And right here we've got Microsoft Windows 95. Getting into some Microsoft stuff now. CD-ROM setup boot disk. And now we're getting into I believe all of these are, well, not all of these are Microsoft diskettes, but most of them are. This is a Windows 98 2nd edition boot disk, which I have one of these, but you can never have too many, am I right? Especially when you make vintage tech videos for a living. And right here, we have Microsoft MS-DOS 6.2 Step Up operating system upgrade. So this you would use with, you know, to upgrade your version of MS-DOS. Now there is a copy of MS-DOS 6 in here, so you could use this with MS-DOS 6, but this, I don't think we have the entire set here. You have disk 1 set up, but we don't have any other diskettes. And of course, Microsoft doesn't put disk 1 of whatever. So this, I'm fairly certain, is not a complete release, but we'll set that one aside. We have Microsoft Windows NT Workstation. This is version 4.0. Setup disk 1, setup disk 2, and setup disk 3. I'm certain this is not a complete set at all, but this likely went along with a CD, would be my guess, or a, you know, or it came with more floppy diskettes. But you've got 3 setup diskettes here. Getting into Microsoft Works, so this is a 4 diskette copy that could be complete, might not be, who knows, of Microsoft Works version 3.0. Moving on, we've got Windows. This is just version 3.1, and I know Windows 3.1 has 6 diskettes. Right here, we've got Microsoft Publisher for Windows 95. Just Publisher, not Microsoft Office entirely, and this also is 6 diskettes, which isn't that funny. You've got an entire operating system right here on the same amount of diskettes as this one program. We've got Microsoft MS-DOS 6 Upgrade. This is an upgrade copy. It's on 3 diskettes right here, which I believe is correct. Actually, I know I've got a copy of MS-DOS 6.22 standalone on 3 diskettes, so this is probably all of the diskettes here. Now this, I believe, I mean, you can judge from the writing on it, how it's been crossed out. This was probably overwritten because there's nothing else in here. This is Microsoft Windows for Workgroups version 3.11 disk 6. This is the only one in here. We don't have another, like, you know, the previous 5 that go with this. So this is like an outlier here. And my guess is it probably doesn't even contain the original software, considering that it's been crossed out here. So yeah, that's why I kind of had it turned over here. So we'll set that one aside. We've got another kind of outlier here. This is Windows 3.1 disk 6, though this is not crossed out or anything, but we don't have another copy of Windows 3.1 in here. We just have the copy that came on these gray diskettes over here. And then right here, we have some non-Microsoft software for once. Can you believe it? This is Alpha 5 for Windows. Alpha 5 is a piece of database software, and you see they put disk 1 of 3 on here, so you know we've got the entire set here. Before we get to the 2 laptops, we're going to talk about the CDs here, which will not take us as long as the floppy diskettes because there aren't as many. First up, we've got Max Blast Plus 2. This is from Maxtor. Maxtor hard drive installation software. Unfortunately, it's not a Quantum Bigfoot, like if you get that reference. Max Blast Plus 11 version 1.0 hard drive installation software. You guys know the drill, we'll set that aside. We've got a Dell Resource CD. This is for the Dell Dimension line of machines, at least when this was published in 1999, so there you go. This is interesting. Microsoft Virtual Machine. That's it. It doesn't say anything else. I mean, well, it says up here, contains an updated version of Microsoft's Java VM with compliant Java technology. For some reason, it's all caps here and not here. This is likely referring to a Java virtual machine and not like a virtual machine like you're thinking of that can run, you know, Windows or another operating system. So yeah, we'll set that aside. This is Graphics Blaster Extreme from Creative, a piece of driver software. This is quite interesting. We've got a copy of Microsoft Internet Explorer. Actually, it's not this one. There's another one that's more interesting than this. We've got PC DVD Encore DXR2. That might sound familiar to you because we had a floppy diskette with this software on it. This is yet another driver disk with, you know, contains some other stuff. It says on the side here. So next up, this right here is actually quite interesting. This is called the Windows Media Play Pack, and it's quite literally a music CD. You see you've got a list of songs here on the back, though it also contains some other extras. It's got game demos, internet access, though, you know, so it's got some software you can use to connect to the internet, I assume, or it talks, yeah, MSN internet access. So you got a 1 month, I guess like a 1 month free trial. It says unlock an endless supply of online music, movies, and more with Windows Media Player 6.4 and explore the web universe the web universe. I've not heard that phrase before. For 1 month with MSN internet access. So it's likely like a free trial there, so that's cool. You got savings and more. So yeah, next up we're getting into some really good stuff here. America Online trial diskettes, or not diskettes, CDs this time. I do have a few AOL trial diskettes. Now I've got a couple CDs here. I think one of my goals with this channel is to someday collect one of every single different variant of these AOL trial discs and diskettes and like make a whole video going through every single one of them for like 5 hours, which would take way too long, but would be hilarious just like for the act of doing it, I think. But yeah, so you've got this one right here, no credit card required, and this one has been opened before. This one here though has not. This is sealed. This is AOL Platinum Premier, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1. All new version 7.0. So you try it free for 45 days. What is this? Is this, yeah, for 45 days, so it's the same exact offer. Got a couple games here. So we've got Out of This World from Interplay, and we've got Sim Theme Park. This here is a copy of Micrographics Webtricity. This is a Windows 95 based graphics suite geared towards professional web designers. It includes Picture Publisher 7, an image editing program, Designer 7, a vector-based drawing program, Quicksilver 3, a tool for optimizing and adding interactivity to web graphics, Simply 3D 2, a 3D modeling and rendering program, Media Manager, an image browser, and Web Content, a collection of images and effects. You've got the application disk, you've got Content 1, you've got Content 2, Content 3, and you've got the license agreement there on the back. Quite interesting. I'll be honest, I've never heard this before, never tried it out. It might be neat to do it on video. Next up, we've got Microsoft Encarta Reference Suite 99. And check this out, Microsoft Encarta Virtual Globe 99. That might ring a bell to any of you guys who have seen my title.wma video, because Encarta Virtual Globe 98 is where the track, or a modified version of the track rather, makes an appearance, which is quite interesting. I'll have that video up in the cards if you want to go check it out. And we've got Microsoft Visual Basic Learning Edition. We've got Total 3D Home and Landscape Design Suite. We've got Calendar Creator Deluxe, and we have Franklin Day Planner software, so we'll set those aside. And now we can get into the laptops, which I'm sure is what you guys are really interested in. So we're going to start out with this Alienware machine since it's the closest to me right now. And yes, this is, I believe this was from 2009 or 2010, possibly a little later than that. It runs Windows 7, and you've got some alien writing here, guys. Oh, check it out, man. Microsoft Windows 7 Home Premium 64-bit, an Alienware OEM, or, you know, Dell/Alienware. They owned Alienware at this time. Got your little booklet here. So this is the Alienware M11X, a mobile manual. Good, because I do hate manuals that you cannot physically move. But yeah, there you go. So that That tells you how to do all sorts of stuff with your machine, the display features, the function keys. Using the wireless control power management, isn't that exciting? And it tells you how to work inside your computer if you want to upgrade the RAM. And yeah, there you go, upgrading or replacing memory. There you go. So we'll set that aside. Got the power adapter there. And here is the machine itself in all of its glory. So let me just take these styrofoam pieces off. And we'll move the box out of the way. Here is the machine itself. It is a bit dusty, though that's nothing a quick microfiber wipe down can't fix. So we'll kind of wipe that down a little bit. And yeah, there you go. It's an Alienware machine. This actually still holds a charge, which is pretty neat. So there you go. There's your keyboard, all that good stuff. I'm not going to bother turning this on now, though I will wipe down the screen. This actually could be cleaned with more than just a microfiber cloth. But yeah, we're going to save turning this on for a future video. I could probably do like a Windows 7 reinstallation, which that's something we've not done, I don't think, at all on this channel, is reinstalling Windows 7 on like kind of restoring a more modern laptop, because we usually focus on vintage tech on this channel. So yeah, that's the Alienware machine that Case sent out to me. Really appreciate it once again. And last but not least, the moment you've all been waiting for, we've got the Toshiba Windows 98 laptop. So right here on the front here, or on the top rather, we've got all of the floppy diskettes that goes with this computer. So we've got the Toshiba companion diskette, all the driver diskettes, all that stuff is in here. I'm not going to bother going through that because it is pretty self-explanatory. We're going to open it up here. Before we take a look at the laptop itself, though, we do have a couple of more pieces of software to go through. So right here, first up is this moving map software for GPS receivers. Pinpoint your position on any digital map. Affordable feature pack software locates your exact position on land or sea. This is satellite technology simplified. All you need is a GPS receiver and your personal computer. So I assume this was used with a GPS receiver at some point. So yeah, we'll set that aside. We've also got, and I found this interesting, Internet Explorer Plus, which I had not heard of before. But yeah, this is a, an addition of IE. And interestingly enough, there's a macOS logo up here at the top. On the back, it says Microsoft Internet Explorer Plus is the most powerful advanced way to enjoy the internet. Easy, complete tools make it a snap to connect and find what you need, or have it delivered right to your desktop. You can also communicate around the world and even create web pages. We've got a copy of Netscape Navigator. This says for Windows 95 and 3.1. And I did a whole video on Netscape Navigator. If you're interested, that'll be up in the cards if you'd like to go learn more about it. And right here, we've got a copy of Microsoft Visual Fox Pro Professional Edition, and we've got an external floppy disk drive. Which you can see, this is how it plugs into the machine. Very nice, kind of compact design. The cable folds right in there when you're not using it. And yeah, pretty neat. Definitely. And we obviously have the power adapter right there. So we're going to set all this stuff back in here for now. Here is the machine itself, and man, this thing is it's pretty heavy, which is not uncommon for laptops from this time. So there you go, Toshiba Satellite Pro. This is much larger than that mini Toughbook that we showcased on the channel recently, and that is a Windows 95 machine. This again runs Windows 98. We can open it up here and see what it looks like on the inside. Super neat looking. You got your keyboard, you've got your track point as opposed to a trackball or trackpad down here, your two mouse buttons, and this is a Satellite Pro 435 CDS. So if you were curious of what the model number is, there you go. But just like with that Alienware machine, we're going to save this Satellite Pro 435 CDS for a future video because, well, this one has gone on pretty long, as you can probably tell from the runtime down there. But yeah, I got to give a huge thank you to Case, Rodney, and Geekenspiel for your very generous donations to the channel. I really appreciate it, and I'm sure all the viewers out there appreciate it as well. And guys, like I always say in these videos, if there's anything that piques your interest, anything that you want me to cover immediately, like not like tomorrow. Like I'm not going to be able to, I mean, I've got other projects that I'm currently working through, but you know what I mean? Anything that you want me to cover before something else, like if you are more interested in the Satellite Pro versus the Alienware or vice versa, be sure to let me know. And the most liked comment down below, I guess, like whatever the top comment is, will allow me to kind of judge what you guys want to see on the channel in the near future. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of viewer donations for June 2021. If you guys enjoyed this one, if you want to see more like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, be sure to get subscribed down below, and turn on those channel notifications if you haven't already to get notified whenever I upload a new video, which I do multiple times every single week on this channel. And as always, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.